Hello everyone, this is Mr. Harris. Today we will introduce a hearing test to tell do you have a musician's ear or normal ear. We will also test does a 4,000 Hz or a 4,006 Hz tone sound the same to you or not. Let us listen to test your hearing ability. So three tones, tone A, tone B, and tone C will be played. So now adjust your volume to be a comfortable level. After we play the sound, you will be asked to answer a question. Which sound different from the other two? Either A is different from BC, or B different from AC, or C different from AB. So which tone sounds different from the other two? Ready? Let us listen. Don't hear it clearly? Okay, we can try it again. So you can increase the volume if you don't hear the sound clearly. So make an answer. Which tone sounds different from the other two? A, B, or C? The answer is C. So C sounds different from A and B. Why? Because A, B are both the same frequency of 4,000 Hz. However, C is different with a higher frequency, 4384 Hz. That sounds higher in pitch. We can try it again. Ready? Let's go. It's like dong, 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 right? So the answer is A, because A's frequency is 4384, which is higher than BC's frequency 4,000 Hz. So this is so-called a task of frequency discrimination. So we are asked to tell the difference between 4,000 Hz versus 4384 Hz. That's just a warm-up. Next, we are going to test your hearing ability of a truly challenging frequency discrimination task. Why do we do this? Because through the test, I'm able to tell, do I have a normal ear or a better musician's ear, or is my ear okay? Do I have any potential hearing issues? The agenda of testing. First of all, we'll offer a go test to tell if my ear is normal or not. Then secondly, we can go to a silver test to see if my ear is okay. Third, there is a platinum test that can tell if my ear is a professional's ear, like a musician, or not. Then next, we will explain how to interpret the results. Last, we will repeat the go test in case we don't do well in the previous three tests as a last chance. First of all, go test. Let's see whether my ear is normal or not. Again, as we did in warm-up, we will play three sounds or three tones, A, B, and C. The question is still the same. Which tone sounds different from the other two? Ready? Go. So which one is different? Answer is C. Let's do the next one. Ready? Go. Which one is different? Answer is B. Last one. Ready? Go. Answer is B. So what does this tell us? How many answers of yours are correct? If you answer 3 answers correctly, then you get a score of 3. That means you have high normal year. If 2 answers of yours are correct, you have a normal year. If 1 or 0 answer is correct, unfortunately, we failed the test. Okay, let's see. I failed the test. I still want to check, is my ear okay or not? Do I have any potential issues? Then we can do a easier test to check it out. So silver test is a little bit easier than gold test. Again, 3 tones will be played. Same question to be answered. Which tone sounds different from the other 2? Ready? Go. Which one is different? Answer is C. Ready? Go. Which one is different? Yes, A. Ready? Go. Which one is different? The answer is C. Okay, if I answer 3 choices correctly, I have a normal hearing ear. 2, low normal. If I only have 0 or 1 correct answer, then my hearing may be abnormal. Then if I do well in the gold test, I may go to a harder test to challenge if I have a musician ear or not. We will play 3 tones, and we will ask the same question, which tone sounds different from the other 2. Ready? Go. B sounds different. Ready? Let's do it. C is different. A is different. How many answers of yours are correct? 3, 2, 1 or 0. If your answers are all correct, 3 in a row, congratulations, you have perfect pitch. You got 2, very good, musician ear. 1 or 0, we fail this particular test. Then how do we explain the results? So as a normal human being, we can hear frequencies from 20 to 20,000 Hertz. And we cannot hear infrasound or ultrasound. Infrasound means a sound below 20, and ultrasound means a sound above 20,000 Hertz. Then what is pitch? The perception of frequency is called pitch. And we have excellent relative pitch. We can discriminate between 2 sounds if their frequency differ by even 0.3% or more. So for example, because 4,000 Hz times 0.3 equal to 12 Hz, so 4,000 versus 4,012 Hz are noticeably different to average human beings. And musical notes are particular sounds from instrument, and combination of notes constitute music. Some people can identify music notes, such like A sharp, C, E flat, just by listening to them. This uncommon ability is called perfect pitch. And for human beings, the total number of perception pitch is about 1400. And the total number of music notes in the equal tempered scale is 120. Then in this context, why is frequency discrimination important to humans? That's because measurement of frequency discrimination reveals the ability of our inner ear to resolve differences between very similar sounds, and the ability to use such discrimination to make perceptual decisions precisely. So that's why frequency discrimination is important for humans. What did we do? Actually, what we did is officially called a psychoacoustic test. We play tone A, then tone B, following by tone C. So one of them is different. Here in this particular test, the center one is different from the other two. So we are asked to choose the middle one out because it sounds different from the other two by using our ability of hearing. Furthermore, the order of the tones is randomized, which means the position of the tone B is different every time, right? Or in other words, the 4,012 Hz will be randomly placed in first, second, or third place. So we don't know as a prior knowledge. Then in the previous three tests, platinum test is the hardest. Gold test is the medium. Silver test is the most simple one. So if we go up, the test becomes harder and harder. From frequency discrimination perspective, the first test is to tell the difference between 4,000 Hz and 4,006. Second, 4,000 versus 4,012. The third, 4,000 versus 4,048 Hz. Then, what's the meaning of the sequence of the three tests? What we did is we test gold test. If you get a 3 or 2, we go to platinum because we pass gold test. Otherwise, if we get a score of 1 or 0, we fail the gold test, then we go to a more simple test, silver test. If we pass gold test, we go to platinum test. We have 3 exits. If our score is 3, means 3 answers of our test are all correct, then congratulations, you have perfect pitch. Otherwise, if 2 of the 3 answers are correct, very good, you have musician's ear, as good as a musician. If you have 1 or 2, no worries, normal ear. On the other hand, if we fail the go test, then we go to silver test. If you get 3 answers correct, good, still have normal ear. If you get 2, no normal. However, if our score of silver test is 1 or 0, we may have some abnormal issues. Examples are hearing loss, auditory processing disorder, sensory processing disorder, or maybe some other issues. We will explain these issues a little bit more in details later. So why we are doing this? Essentially, what we do is about just noticeable difference. Adjustable noticeable difference is the amount of frequency that must be changed in order for difference to be noticed by a ear. The best ability to tell the smallest difference in frequencies, what we call GND. So for 4,000 Hz, GND is about 12 Hz. We mentioned that. So we can tell, an average person can tell 4,000 Hz for 4,012 Hz. And through this psychoacoustic test, a listener is asked which one is different in pitch from the other two. And we mentioned there might be some issues if our result of silver test is 0 or 1. I will mention a few issues. Let's dive into those issues a little bit more. So what could be abnormal? First of all, one common reason could be hearing loss. The root cause of hearing loss could be age-related. As we age, we may experience difficulty discriminating between different frequencies. That's just the natural changes in inner ear or some progress in our central auditory processing as we age. Of course, hearing loss may be caused by different reasons. There is one kind called noise-induced hearing loss. We introduced this kind of hearing loss in earlier videos. If you're interested, you can take a look. Other reasons may also cause hearing loss, like trauma, like ototoxic medicine, etc. Impact of hearing loss. Hearing loss has a significant impact in our life. Communications, personal achievement, social isolation, and career choices. What else could be abnormal? Now, auditory processing disorder is a central auditory processing disorder. It is a medical condition that affects the brain's ability to process auditory input. So individuals cannot distinguish between different frequencies, cannot understand speech in noisy environment. Another example is auditory neuropathy spectrum disorder. We introduced this disease in earlier videos. If you're interested, you can take a look. Or brainstem dysfunction. Anything else could be abnormal? Yes, like a sensory processing disorder. For now, SPD is not recognized as an official medical diagnosis. There's still debate among medical professionals. It is a condition where the brain has difficulty processing and responding to auditory input. For example, a patient is overly sensitive to auditory input that other people are not, so-called hyperacusis. Or on the contrary, undersensitive. That's also an issue. Either over or undersensitivity can result in difficulty distinguishing frequencies, which means bad score in frequency discrimination test. So what kind of hearing loss can this test indicate? Let's go back to the anatomy of outer, middle, and inner ears. So we know that outer ear has pinna and ear canal. Ear canal boosts high frequency sound. And middle ear we have 3 tiny bones. And inner ear we have cochlea. First kind of hearing loss from medical perspective is conductive hearing loss. The middle ear structures provide a boost in intensity to transfer sound from air to liquid. When the sound enters the ear canal, the propagation is through air. However, in the inner ear, the cochlea is filled with fluid. So the job of middle ear is to transfer sound from air to fluid. Therefore, when we have a middle ear dysfunction, for example, ossicular chain fusion, it reduces the efficiency of the middle ear transfer function. Okay, second kind of sensorineural hearing loss. That's inner ear damage, mostly on the cochlear. It can be also between cochlear and auditory nerve. So, conductive hearing loss, middle ear. Sensorineural hearing loss, inner ear. So different kind of hearing loss originally from different locations of a ear can happen on us. What can we do? The best way is to see an ENT doctor. So there will be office visit. You will be offered different kinds of hearing tests. Also, there might be reference to other specialists like a neurologist. Or if I go there, I may be offered a hearing aid for amplification. Some issues like ear ringing, noise in the ear, or so-called tinnitus, can be treated somewhat by a hearing aid for relief. Or in some scenario, implant can be offered. A cochlear implant to recover a deaf person, or a brainstem implant. So the offering depends on the doctor's opinion, and also the cost depends on the insurance coverage. In case we don't do well in the previous 3 tests, there's the last chance here to repeat the go test to tell if my ear is normal or not. As we mentioned, every test is randomized. So even we repeat the go test, the sequence of 3 tones are different from previous. So let's do it. So again, the task is to tell the difference between 4,000 Hz versus 4,012 Hz. Before we start, please adjust your speaker or earphone volume to a comfort level. What's the meaning of a comfort level? It's not too noisy, it's not too soft. So just like you regularly hearing a music or a video. If possible, avoid very noisy environments, because noisy environments may reduce our ability to tell the subtle difference between sounds. Okay, let's start. Still, the same question to answer. Which tone sounds different from the other two? A, B, or C? Ready? Go. Which one is different? A. Ready? Go. C is different. Ready? Go. Which one is different? B. If 3 of our answers are correct in a row, we have high normal year. 2, normal year. 0 or 1, we unfortunately fail the test. In this scenario, you may consider to consult your doctor for what's going on. Okay, that's the end of this video. Again, this is Mr. Harris, and we can introduce more information in regard to hearing capability and hearing health later. If you like the video, please subscribe or like it. Your support encouraging me. Thank you.